You don't need to explain why you're here. A woman doesn't go to a fortune teller out of idleness. She comes when she has already calculated everything she could and discovered that calculation brings no peace. Today, there are two options before you. Which one is yours is for you to decide. Look closely. Don't dream. Choose. Sometimes your hand reaches not for what feels pleasant, but for what is true. The timestamps are listed below. That's where the conversation begins, the one that is meant for you. Do you want to know whether you will marry now, when the years have already taught you caution? You do not come to me as a girl. You come as the mistress of your own destiny. Look at yourself. You already have a home. Perhaps not in the literal sense, but in order, in stability, in the habit of relying only on yourself. You know how to live alone. You do not beg. You do not wait for mercy. This is already the reality of your life. But beside this independence stands a tired guardian. You do not trust. You do not let anyone in without testing them first. You protect your peace as if it were a fortress that was once nearly taken by force. Are you afraid? No, not afraid. But you do not want to pay the price again. Your heart is still alive, yet you keep it in the shadows. You do not allow yourself to be naive. You will not let a man see how easily you could be hurt. That is the truth of this present moment. You are not cold. You are restrained. And yet, there is the possibility of a different outcome. I see a home where people do not argue over power at the table, but share bread. This is not a girl's fantasy. It is mature happiness. It is possible if you allow yourself to believe that the world is not made only of hunters. I see a man, not loud, not empty. There is depth in him. He will not shout about his feelings, but he will hold them like something precious. Such a person can appear, but not now if you meet everyone with your defenses already raised. You will have to stand your ground. That is inevitable. But not every interaction is a war. You will have to let go of illusions, but also of the belief that everything ends the same way. Marriage for you is possible not as a romance, but as a union, official, acknowledged, stable. Yet it will become reality only if you choose soberly, not out of fear of loneliness. Before you is a beginning. You can step into something new. It is a chance. But the step will require courage. Not desperate courage, calm courage. It will require patience, no haste. You are at a crossroads now, and the decision does not belong to fate. It belongs to you. The past still speaks to you. Sometimes you compare. Sometimes you return in your thoughts to what once was. But you have long become a woman who knows how to create abundance and order. You are not looking for a protector. You are looking for an equal. There is a danger, holding everything too tightly. Money, feelings, control. If the fear of loss becomes your advisor, you will attract dependency, not partnership. For marriage to be free, you will have to release your inner rigidity. But I also see something else. I see the possibility of an open acknowledgement, not a hidden connection. I see joy shared with friends, without shame and without hidden conditions. It is not guaranteed. It is possible, if the previous conditions are met. You will receive exactly what you choose, no more, no less. If you enter a union out of calculation, it will be calculated. If you enter from maturity, it will be stable. A strong man may stand beside you, one who knows how to build and sustain. And there will be fire in him, not youthful recklessness, but controlled strength. But such a man comes to a woman who knows her worth and does not bargain with it. And lastly, you have a chance. Not a girlish illusion, but a quiet light of hope. It does not blind, it guides. Marriage after these years does not fall from the sky. It becomes real if you decide not to live only in defense. You are not too late, but you will have to choose. For those who chose the second option, you come to me with the posture of someone accustomed to managing both herself and her circumstances. There is authority living in you now, not external, but internal. You do not wait for someone else to decide for you. You decide. That is the fact of your current state. But beside this strength is a heart that has already survived a collapse. There is a sensitivity in you that you do not show. And there is the mark of sudden destruction, that moment when something fell apart without warning. It has already happened. This is not a premonition, but a blow you have already endured. You are capable of beginning again, slowly, thoroughly, step by step. You know how to create opportunities out of nothing. Yet right now you are also an observer. You do not rush forward. You study. You test. This is your truth. You act only when you understand the rules of the game. I see people around you, conversations, lightness in communication. There is the possibility of joy, of company, of shared activities. But for this to become the reality of a serious relationship, effort will be required. Not inspiration, but discipline. And clarity, a conversation without ambiguity. Without it, everything will remain only a pleasant episode. There is truly a chance before you to begin a new story. This is not an illusion. The possibility of family happiness exists, but it will become real only if you choose moderation. Neither the extreme of passion nor the coldness of calculation. You will have to decide consciously, not out of exhaustion from being alone. In your field, a man may appear who is stable, practical, capable of building something lasting. But the previous cycle must be fully closed. Until you close the old chapter within yourself, the new one will not take. There is another truth you may not speak aloud. You know how to be strong and attractive. But if you feel disappointment, you are capable of leaving without explanation. You choose yourself, and there is no mistake in that. However, if you leave too early, what will remain is brief satisfaction, not deep happiness. You will have to make a choice with both heart and mind at the same time. If you do not decide, regret will remain for what never came to life. If you do decide, you must accept responsibility for the consequences. No one will take this step for you. In your destiny, there may come a moment of awakening, when the past demands an answer. You will have to stand your ground, not with aggression, but with firmness. This will become reality if you are not afraid of conflict. In the end, you arrive at the state of a woman who knows how to create stability and values both material and emotional security. This is your maturity. It is already within you, and events may begin to unfold faster than you expect. The possibility of movement, change, news, it exists. But speed must not rob you of clarity. Remember the main thing. Right now, you are strong and self-sufficient. That is a fact. Happiness is possible. You have heard what concerns your story. Now discern clearly. There are circumstances that already exist. They cannot be undone. There are opportunities, but they will require more from you than hope. And there are consequences that will become inevitable if you continue to act as you have before. Fate neither indulges nor punishes. It simply responds